All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. This one's going to be more of a type of a podcast style video. I'm still in the midst of getting the game room and everything set up here. It's taken a while, but for now, I just wanted to hurry up and get this video out before it would be no longer relevant. In the background here, you're just going to have some live stream footage of me playing some Monster Hunter while we sit here and chat. So feel free to just listen or watch the gameplay, whatever you want to do. But we are here today to talk about my most anticipated games of 2022. You know, I had a blast last year. There was a great variety of games I got to play in 2021, and it's kind of shaping up to look that way here in 2022. So what I did is I made a list here of a few games that are not going to be day one purchases. They might be, but we're gonna have to see what people say about them, and I'm not like too hyped up for them. And then I got some here that they are gonna be day one must buy purchases for me. So I'm just gonna breeze through the ones here that, you know, I'm really interested in, just want to see a little bit more about. I'm not gonna spend too long on them. I'm just gonna name them pretty much, and that's it. And we're gonna start off with Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. Looks good. Horizon Forbidden West. Have not played the first one yet, so still gotta wait to beat that before I play the next one. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. I know that's kind of like a cult following series, and people really enjoy the first Stalker. Looks kind of complicated to me though, so I just want to see some stuff on it. Advanced Wars 1 and 2 reboot. AEW has a wrestling game that they've been in the works on that looks to like harken back from how the old wrestling games were back in the old THQ days. Matter of fact, they got a lot of the older THQ guys who worked on those games helping develop this game. Don't know if it's even going to come out this year, but if it does, I will be excited for that one. Metal Slug Tactics. Splatoon 3, which is probably going to be a day one for me, but I just have it in the honorable mentions here. And last but not least, System Shock Remake is one I'm kind of looking forward to. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into the main list here of games that I'm day one really looking forward to if and when they do come out. First and foremost, this one's not verified at all, but if Metroid Prime 4 is going to come out, that's obviously going to be a day one for me. But I'm hoping that the Metroid Prime Switch trilogy will finally make an appearance this year. You know, with how well Metroid Dread did as far as sales on the Switch, I'm sure Nintendo should just go ahead and be the smart move to release the trilogy on Switch, because I've yet to beat Metroid Prime 2 and 3. My plan was to play through those this year, but if I can get some type of an announcement of them coming to the Switch, it'd be nice, because I wouldn't have to drag out the Wii U to go ahead and play through my collection on the Wii U. So it'd be nice if it would just come out on Switch. So I'm looking forward to that if it happens. Again, it's not confirmed. And I'm looking through here to see if there's anything else that's definitely not confirmed to get out the way. No, everything else should be coming out this year. All right, so kicking off, it's what you're seeing in the background here. Monster Hunter Rise released earlier this week, January 12th, I believe, is when it came out on the PC. And I have been loving it. Like, if you guys saw my video from Game of the Year 2021, it was number 2 on my list. And I was looking forward to the PC port because just the improved frame rate, visuals, everything on it. I was looking forward to just diving in on PC. You know, I didn't pump like 200 hours into it I didn't reach 100 hours on the Switch. So because I knew it was going to come out for PC, and that's where I was going to put the main grunt of my time into it. I want to experiment with new weapons and new items, because mainly I just played with a long sword in the Switch version, and like in this gameplay footage, this is me with a lance, like trying that out. So I want to experiment with different stuff. And of course, the DLC is releasing day and date for both the Switch and the PC, Sunbreak, sometime this summer, I believe. So really looking forward to that, because they really do a good job when they do an add-on to their current game, such as Iceborne with Monster Hunter World. So really looking forward to those two. And yeah, it's already out. So if you haven't tried out the PC version, I know there was a demo for a long time. Don't know if it's still there, but it is a great game from what I've played so far. I've had a blast with it on PC. No issues at all. Even had the chance to play on day one because that's when I had downloaded it with the Monster Hunter Twitch channel. I guess it's the community manager or something over there who works well with the Monster Hunter team. Got to play a couple hunts with them. First hunts of the day, so it was pretty awesome. But anyways, moving on. One that many people are probably anxiously awaiting, Elden Ring. Cannot wait for Elden Ring to come out. I want to say it's February 25th. It's supposed to be coming out. And I've kind of kept my distance from a lot of the info on it. I know they had I don't know if it was the alpha or beta thing going on where some people got to play it on Xbox. I wanted to stay away from that because I don't like to tease myself with something that I got to wait months to play. And who knows how much it's going to change. So I kind of stayed away from it. But I heard nothing but really good things from people who have played it and how much they enjoyed it. Visually, from what I saw, the parts I kind of watched, it just looks gorgeous. So playing that on the PS5, like, I cannot wait for it. Demon Souls looks amazing on it. I cannot wait to get Elden Ring on this thing and play it on there. Because the PS5 is not getting too much action. It's mostly PC these days, but definitely want to get a physical of that. I have my worries with it, only with some of the abilities that I heard about with being able to summon like your own little army to help you fight. Kind of seems a little overpowered, but I've heard that they've balanced it out to where it's few and far in between you use it, I guess. And the thing with these games is there's that good, like, fair challenge that you want in the game when you're playing it. So I just don't want nothing, even though I like to build my character up to where I feel like I'm overpowered, I don't want it to be that way by default, if you know what I mean. So that's like my only little thing. And I'm not a fan of Game of Thrones. So, and I know, I believe it's George R.R. Martin is helping write the story. So I don't watch Game of Thrones or nothing. So I hope I like the story that him and the From Software team can craft together in the game. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait. Next up, we have Tiny Tina's Wonderlands coming out in March. That is also going to be a day one purchase for me. I love the Borderlands games. I love looters and I love shooters. So with them combined, it's great. I beat Borderlands 3 a couple times now on the PlayStation 5 with a couple character run-throughs, and I just have a blast with those games. The one thing I'm hoping I can see possibly change with the series in this game, you know, they're kind of taking it with a new direction anyways. With it looks like you're getting some pretty cool abilities in this game that kind of fit with the fantasy D&D lore they're going with. So that's going to be cool. I also want to see something in regards to, with the Borderlands games, it's always about the loot you find is weapons, get some shields and some artifacts and stuff. But it'd be awesome if they could just implement some gear, like a chest piece or a helmet piece, just anything like that, just to add a little bit more stuff to hunt for. Because I'm going to have a video coming out in the future of like my favorite games that I like to play right now, and Borderlands kind of falls in that category. But it would be nice if there was just more variety except for just hunting down weapons or stuff. And I think we've reached a point in the series where, you know, it's kind of time for, I know they're kind of mixing it up already with this, but let's just add a little bit more to it, you know. There might be purists out there who don't want that, but I always like to just go on the hunt for more stuff. So really looking forward to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. And this is kind of listed in order of verified release date. So we go from March all the way to November, where I have my next verified release date, and that is Starfield, coming out from Bethesda. A game we've heard about for years. It's been hyped up for a while now. I love space games. Mass Effect, anything with space, I really enjoy. So a Bethesda space RPG just has me just on pins and needles waiting for the release of this game. I can't imagine something Fallout style, just space themed. I'm just getting to explore planets. Like, I'm hoping that's what it is, where you can explore multiple areas. You're not just confined to like one planet. It's just going to be this huge, grand escape into space. That could be asking too much, but I'm hoping Bethesda will be able to conquer it. I know people had their issues with Fallout 4. I really enjoyed it. People had their issues with Fallout 76, which they listened to the people, and it seems like that is looked in a favorable light now. So it seems like they can kind of take on something that's kind of massive and fix it. I'm just hoping on day one it's going to be okay, because it seems like we have a lot of issues this day and age with games just not working day one. It's kind of stinks, but all the quality AAA releases seem to have some type of issues. Looking at you, Battlefield 2042, was so excited about that until ultimately it let me down. But hopefully, I know it's probably, even if it comes out this year, I have a feeling that too might even get delayed with the pandemic and stuff still going on. So who knows? But I still cannot wait for it to come out, if it does get to come out this year. Now, the rest of these don't really have a solid release date, but pretty sure they're going to be coming out this year. First and foremost, Diablo Immortal. Really love the Diablo series. And I know with everything going on right now with Activision Blizzard, and as of this day of recording this, they are part of Microsoft now. They purchased them for nearly $70 billion, and Microsoft owns them now. So I'm actually excited for that, because with everything that was going on over there, the issues with the CEO, which he's already out the door now anyways. He said he resigned on his own, but I'm pretty sure Microsoft said, get out of here. And he did so willingly, probably getting paid pretty handsomely for it. But needless to say, I hope Microsoft can get in there and kind of help clean up the work environment. I know it seemed like a lot of unhappy employees and stuff working there, so I hope they can better the changes for them. I hope they can do that for them. But as far as Diablo, I know it's supposed to be mobile based, which I was going to be fine with. I'm playing some Rocket League Sideswipe on my phone once in a while now, and I don't have any problems with it. I mean, enjoy games how you like to enjoy games. But now with Microsoft taking it, I'm hoping they can say, you know what? I mean, let's just port this on over to the Switch or something where it could be portable. I mean, it's just like a phone, or to PC where the PC players can play it. Microsoft has a thing right now, it seems, where they're kind of listening to what the people are saying and kind of giving us what we want. So I'm hoping they heard how people reacted when they announced, oh, you don't have a phone, at BlizzCon that year, and they're like, you know what, people want to play this somewhere else. Let's make that possible for them. Now that could delay the release date, because I feel like it's going to come out this year. But if we can get that moved to PC or something, because I know Diablo 4 is going to be still probably 2-3 years away, hopefully just 2, then it'd be nice to have this to play in the meantime. Moving on, the next one is going to be an entry into the Batman franchise, but it's not the one probably everyone's excited for, with Rocksteady being involved with Suicide Squad, I think Kills the Justice League. I could really care less about that game. I'm really looking forward to the Warner Brothers Montreal game, Gotham Knights. That seems to be more of true in nature to the Arkham series. I don't know, I think they made Arkham Origins. They helped make that one. So I'm looking forward to this one, because it seems like it's gonna take place in that same atmosphere in Arkham City. But there's a chance, I don't know if it's confirmed, it probably is by now, that I could be playing that game co-op with possibly my son or someone, like depending on the rating of it, or just a friend. And I cannot wait to do that. If that has some co-op in it, that would be incredible. Even if it's a single player game though, those games always worked single player. I love the combat in the Batman Arkham games, especially with the city in Arkham Knight and Origins, just how it's so snappy. You could be fighting 15 guys and you're just snapping back and forth between each bad guy. I know Spider-Man, the newer Spider-Man games have tried to work on having a combat system like that, but it just does not feel as good in the Spider-Man games as it does the Batman games. So I cannot wait for this one. Forget the Suicide Squad one. Give me Gotham Knights. Next on my list, day one, is Dragon Quest III remake, which has that beautiful art style in the veins of Bravely Default. It just looks incredible. There's that game that came out on the Switch that I forget the name of it now. that I don't even have it, but you switch between different characters. It's an RPG. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of it. But anyways, it's got that same type of art style. You guys know what it is. You can probably leave in the comments below while it's shaking my brain what it is. That it just looks gorgeous. You know, I beat Dragon Quest 3 2 years ago on the Switch when it had the 1, 2, 3 collection on there. I really enjoyed it. Great game. But I don't mind revisiting it. Just because I played it again does not mean I won't see it again. And I'll buy it day one just to support Dragon Quest coming over here, and it just looks gorgeous. So want to be able to support that and grab it day one. Another one here, Salt and Sacrifice. Of course, being the Souls fan that I am, I really enjoyed Salt and Sanctuary when it released. I forget how many years ago now. I feel like it's been forever ago, maybe 2014, maybe even earlier than that. But really enjoyed the 2D take on a Souls-like game, and Salt and Sanctuary knocked it out of the park. And Salt and Sacrifice seems to be like a worthy sequel that is just going to be just as awesome. After playing Elden Ring early in the year, I can have that to meet my Souls needs in the later half of the year when it decides to go. I don't think there's a solid release date on that yet. I'm pretty sure it is this year, and yeah, can't wait for it. Finishing off with 2 games on the Switch. We have Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle was a day one purchase for me because I loved the XCOM games, that the games that came out most recently, Enemy Unknown, etc., the XCOM 2 that had come out, and I just love the combat system in those tactical RPGs. The creation of a soldier, named all my soldiers and stuff after my friends, and losing one in battle, it gives it that much more like hurt and pain. If you lose somebody in a battle, you want to see them make it through. And just like if you're playing through a Fire Emblem game, they have that more, just the movement and combat, instead of moving along a grid-based system, just feels so much better than, say, a Fire Emblem game, to me, in my opinion. And Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope kind of followed that same vein of taking cover, or should I say Kingdom Battle followed that same vein of the cover system, and I enjoyed how each character had their own unique kind of ability. So you had this variety of, man, what kind of party do I want to bring with me during this battle? So a sequel to that, I am of course going to be day one on it because I had a blast with it. My son had a blast with it. I was actually really impressed that at the age he was playing it at, which was I believe 7 years old, 6, 7 years old, he was playing it, and even he was able to beat it, and he's dumped hundreds of hours into it just replaying it. So I can't wait for it. Maybe that's going to have some type of co-op worked into it where me and him can play together, not just that kind of side mission stuff, because that would be great too. So really looking forward to that one. And last but not least, another game that's probably on everyone's list, Breath of the Wild sequel, if it comes out this year, which it should be coming out. I think the last trailer we saw of it said it would be here this year. So I had an excellent time playing through Breath of the Wild, and I played my version on the Wii U. I do own it on Switch now, but when I first played it, it was on Wii U. I had it was incredible. I loved everything with it. The one thing I didn't like was how the weapons degraded over time while playing through it. Now I hope something does kind of get implemented here in Breath of the Wild, the sequel, where that doesn't happen. I hope there's going to be more of a system as to where it's going to be more like other action RPGs kind of right now, where you can probably have this legendary weapon or this legendary armor or just armor in general hidden behind a cool open world boss battle, or maybe at the end of one of the side dungeons that could be really challenging. If you go in there and complete it, you get this nice piece of armor or this nice weapon that won't degrade. And I just think that would add an awesome element to the series. I mean, it's something that people kind of want to challenge, and I like to have that hunting aspect of seeking down something and having this awesome weapon or this awesome gear. So it'd be cool if that was put into this game rather than just going somewhere and kind of buying the armor and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that's something they can add to the sequel, but if not, I'm still going to be happy. Even if it keeps all the original assets from the original Breath of the Wild, I still had a blast with it. So I can't wait to continue Link's adventure into the sequel. So yeah, that's about it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something or leaving something off, but from the list I could see online of the stuff that's coming out and that's fresh on my mind, those are the games I wanted to speak on. So yeah, just let me know what you guys are looking forward to coming out this year. Leave it in the comments below. If you have a video of your own, leave a link in the comments and I'll go check it out and see what you're looking forward to. But until then, I hope everyone had a great 2021 and hope you're going to have a great 2022. There's great games on the horizon, so there's a little bit of something for everyone that I hope everyone can enjoy. And I know there's a bunch coming out that I'm going to enjoy. So until next video, catch you guys later.